Julia with a story about how we can help coffee growers in developing countries who have been supplying Australian coffee drinkers since this colonial bungalow was built.
56% of Australians aged 18 years and over went to a coffee shop for a coffee or a tea in an average 3-month period last year. 36% of Australians have a coffee machine in their own home. Now that's a lot of cups of coffee. Now if all of those cups were made using Fairtrade coffee, then that would be really great news for coffee growers in underdeveloped nations around the world. Isn't that right, Molly?
Indeed, it would make a tremendous difference. There's over 125 million coffee farmers in the world today, and the challenge that they face is that their coffee goes into only 4 coffee traders that change 40% of the coffee goes through them. That goes out to billions of us consumers, and the impact on their lives with Fairtrade is absolutely tremendous.
Molly, you're the CEO of Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand. What does it mean for a product to have the Fairtrade logo?
It means that you can trust that there is transparent, independent verification of every aspect of that supply chain, from the farmers right through to the supermarkets or wherever you're purchasing your coffee.
What does Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand actually do?
We work with about 24,000 coffee producers in the Pacific region, primarily in Papua New Guinea and East Timor, and this has a tremendous impact on the lives of their whole communities.
And which countries does Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand focus most of its efforts?
Most of our efforts are focused in the Pacific Islands, Papua New Guinea, East Timor, Samoa, those sorts of countries, but we do have a major program to expand that throughout Indo-Pacific.
So how do coffee growers receive certification? What's the process?
There are quality standards, there are productivity standards, there are democracy standards, so they have to have certain things in their communities that enable transparent decision making, and no child labor. All these issues, they have to be able to meet those standards. Once they've been able to meet them, then they can trade on those highly favorable fair trade terms, and that enables them to connect with a global system of trade.
So Molly, for people who want to buy fair trade, what should they look for?
Of course, they should look for the blue and green label. That's on most products. That's their guarantee that the farmers are being looked after, that trade justice is at the core and poverty alleviation of what we do, and that's the quickest way to find it.
And the Fairtrade coffee is actually really good coffee because it's won some awards recently, hasn't it?
Indeed, about 14 international Great Taste Awards, which is fantastic. And it means that even though you're supporting important farmers in difficult parts of the world, you're still able to get gourmet coffee.
Thank you so much, Molly. That's been great information, and I'm sure people now will start to look for that Fairtrade logo a lot more often.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here.
Molly has told us what Fairtrade Australia and New Zealand do. Now I'm interested to know what Fairtrade products we buy. Jodie, hi, thank you so much for having us in your store.
Thank you, Julia.
Now, About Life has become the one-stop shop for natural products and whole food nutrition, and I know you use Fairtrade coffee in your cafes, but do you have other Fairtrade products in store?
Yes, absolutely. In addition to coffee, we also sell Fairtrade teas and also chocolates.
And coffee. So this is the brand over here that you use in your cafe, Sacred Grounds.
That's right. We use Sacred Grounds. The blend we use is called Neighbours Blend. We love it because it's not only fair trade, it's also certified organic, and it comes from our closest coffee producing nations, being Sumatra, East Timor and Papua New Guinea.
And do you find that customers are actually looking for fair trade products and they want to know where their dollar's actually going?
Absolutely, Julia. Customers becoming so much more socially aware, and with that wanting to be so much more socially responsible. So, I mean, this is very much aligned with the ethos of About Life, but it's great to see customers really pushing us more and more in that direction as well.
Thank you, Jodie. We love About Life and we love that we can get everything here. So thank you for having us here
Julia.
today.
Thank you for visiting us.
Look out for UTZ and Rainforest Alliance certified products, as they also promote sustainability and protection for the environment and for coffee and cocoa farmers and their communities.